before the meditation, I think I need to explain the practicing of the sensation, Vedana, Nupassana, and consciousness, Theta Nupassana. So let me get 20 minutes to give to my talk firstly, and then I will have to practice Vedana Nupassana and the Theta Nupassana. So I would like to explain first the Vedana Nupassana, the mindfulness of the sensation. What is a sensation? See, sensations means, as you know, the Vedana, feeling in your body and your mind. So according to the Buddhists, there are two places where the sensations arises: body and mind. Body and mind. Some sensations, feelings, arising in body. That means they occur usually depending on the body. Some sensations arise in our heart, our mind. That means it happens depending on our mind. So that's why we should understand that there are two places in our body where the sensation of feelings arises. So nothing more, nothing more. So body and mind. Depending on body, some sensations arises. That is Kayika Vedana. That is called Kayika Vedana. The sensation of body. Some sensation arises depending on our mind. That means some sensation lies in our heart. That is Panyacekka Vedana. See, mental sensation. Mental sensation. So, but according to my understanding, according to my knowledge, the sensations usually happen in our mind. Sensation is not the name of the body. Sensation is the name of the mind, the name of the mental factors. That mental factors usually arising in our mind. So Abhidhamma textbook also explain this concept detail. But if we talk about sensation which happen in our heart, see, it's very difficult to practice for everyone. So that's why some very well-known meditation Seattle meditation master suggest that one practice, if we practice sensation, Vedana in our body, that's also called the Vedana Nupassana. But everyone who has learned the Abhidhamma can understand the name of sensation is not the name of the body. The name of sensation is the mental factors. Mental factor, mental phenomena. Mental phenomena. That mental phenomena rise together with mind and the spirit together with the mind. That sensation alone doesn't exist in our mind. It's only works together with the mind. So the spirit together with the mind. That's why a bit in my text will explain that Vedana is, or sensation is a mental factor, it's a mental phenomenon, not a physical phenomenon, like a body or something like that. But we should understand there are two places in us where the sensations of Vedana or feelings arise. There are body there and the mind. Depending on body and mind, the sensations or feelings arises. That means some sensations arises in our body. Some sensations rising in our mind. But we feel the all crystal sensations by mind, not by the body. Body has no sense to feel anything. So the only mind has the sense to feel any sensation or any sensory pleasure or displeasure. So there are also three cases, situation of the sensation, feelings. There are good feeling, good sensations, or bad feeling, bad sensation, or neutral feelings, which is neither good or bad, good nor bad. Only these three cases of sensation will arise in our body and our mind. But whatever sensation arises in our body, only our mind feel it, not the body can feel it. So that's why I like to say here, whatever feeling rising in our body when you take a sitting meditation, you must know that. You must be aware of that feeling, that sensation. That is Vedana Nupassana. Vedana Nupassana. When you sit for a long time, you feel sometimes very extremely pain in your body, in a part of the body, such as knee and leg and back, something like that. So wherever the feelings arises, you must be aware of that feeling. But don't pay your attention on the part of the body where the feeling arises. But you must pay your attention on the very feeling, sensation, now feeling, sensations, not about the body. Because part of body is the concept. Part of body is the conditioned truth. Panyacekka. The conditioned truth or concept. Panyacekka is the object for the tranquility meditation, samatha bhavana. Not the object for the insight meditation, vipassana bhavana. So now we are practicing vipassana, insight. That's why our mental objects must be the reality, must be the ultimate truth. So when the sensation arises in your body, when you take sitting meditation, you must be aware that sensation, only that sensation. not the part of the body, the way the sensation arises. Please be careful that. That is Subuddhananupassana, the mindfulness practice of the sensation. Whatever sensation. But at first, I'm very sure that very extremely pain rises in your body. You must be mindful of it. You must be mindful of it. You must be take care to be mindful of it. And then that means you must know pain. You must focus your mind on that pain, that mere pain, not on the body, not on the part of the body, the pain rises. See, on this way, when you practice inside meditation, later the pains will disappear. It happens. It usually happens. But see, you may have the question, when that pain, extremely pain feeling or sensation disappear, it depends on your concentration. When you get concentration, very strong concentration that can overcome that pain, your pains disappear, then. That's why the Buddha said that, and the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, to purify our mind from defilement, to overcome the physical pain, and to remove mental pain from our heart, to take some knowledges of insight, and to take the nirvana. There's the only way to practice. There are 4 cases: Mahasatipatthana, mindfulness practice, the practice on body, the practice on feeling, the practice on the mind consciousness, the practice on the nature of the body and mind. These 4 things are the object of the insight meditation. The object of insight meditation. So, the previous sections I have already told that Kayanupassana, body mindfulness practice. Touching techniques is Kayanupassana, mindfulness practice on the body. Now we are going to practice the Vedananupassana, the mindfulness practice on the sensation of feelings. Sensations of feelings. So, at first, when we take a sitting meditations about the 20 minutes or 30 minutes, we will face very extremely pain. We're very sure to confront with the very extremely pain in our body. Sometimes we can control our mind because the pain is very extremely. But you have to make more effort to be aware of that feelings, that painful feeling or sensation. And then our minds keep concentrate on that. The more we become concentrated on that painful feeling, the more painful feelings disappear. That's when the Buddha said that we have to be mindful of the pain, whatever rising in our heart. Some very experienced person of the meditator may feel very happiness while taking meditation. So he or she can, because he or she can overcome that feeling by the very strong concentration. And that stages. There is not a precise object for meditation. So they cannot decide that where their mind must put on. It usually happens. In that case, we should know that very happiness, very cool feelings is also the object of the insight. Whatever feeling, good, bad, or neutral, we have to know that there's enough. There's enough. There's a practice in meditation, insight meditation. Sometimes very good feelings rise in our heart, very happiness. So then we have to know happiness. Sometimes we cannot decide this is happiness or this is a bad feeling, good feeling. This is neutral feeling. In that case, some meditator may lose the goal, may get lost how to take, how to observe it. In that case, we should understand this neutral feeling also the object of the insight. We have to be aware of that. Neutral feeling. That's very important. See, that means whatever conditions of the mind, whatever situations of the mind happens, we have to be aware everything. We have to be aware everything. So at the beginning, mostly we faced very extremely pain. In that case, we have to remind you that painful feeling, pain, something like that. But don't recite it mentally or verbally. It's quick enough to be aware of that sensation or feeling. And when we get the strongest concentration, so it's very sure we can overcome that painful feelings, painful sensation. And then very happiness or very coolness. So is it and there. In that case also we have to know that, this is good or very good or very good feeling, very steady concentration. Sometimes you take sometimes won't take meditation, especially the sitting meditation. So very painful feelings arises from every part of the body, such as the back, knee, the back and the leg and arm, something like that. And then we cannot decide that. Sometimes we feel which one we have to follow, so which one we have to focus. In that case, you have to know which painful feeling is very obvious, very precise. So that obvious one should be object for our insight meditation. That means we have to pay our attention on the most painful one. the most obvious one. The most obvious one. Sometimes we feel that possible, for example, so the knee is very painful, and then we practice that pain. So don't pay attention on don't pay attention on the knee. Knee is the concept. That is the object for the Tranquility meditation. So we are practicing now through inside meditation. That's when we must pay our attention on the new pain sensation, painful sensation, not the knee. And that case, we focus very strongly, carefully, mindfully, our mind on that pain. And then the pains may disappear there, and then another part of the body may rises. And then we have to move our attention to the very obvious one. But do we change it again and again from this feeling to another feelings? See, meditation actually this is mental practice. So mental practice is very difficult. It's more than the physical practice, I think. That's why in the world, few person would like to practice mental practice. Would like to exercise mental practice because it's a harder one than any other physical practices. Very tired. But don't give up. The peace, the real peace, the real happiness, so within the mental practice, not within the physical practice. Physical practice is for the physical health. Mental practice is for the psychological health. So which one do you prefer is depend on your decision. Do you want mental happiness or physical happiness? If you want the mental happiness, you need to practice. You need to practice. Is it necessary for us to practice? But there are lots of challenges when we take meditations. The very challenge one is painful feelings. So before we concentrate our mind on the object, it's not easy to take meditation, not happiness to take meditation. But when we concentrate on our mind on that object so longer, we are really very eager to take meditations, very happy to take meditations. That's why some meditation practice for 1 day, or 2 hours, 5 hours a day, something like that. Because they control the mind. The more we control our mind, the more we gain happiness. The more we gain happiness, the more we want to practice meditation. So at times it's very hard to practice meditation because our minds are going away, so running away. So the Buddha says our minds are like a bull. So he's running with and the villages. But if we want to control that the bull, we need to place a rope to catch that bull, and the other end of the ropes must be tied to a pole. And then finally, the bull cannot run. So, in same way, to control our running minds, we need mindfulness, the rope of mindfulness. We should take that the running mind, so with the rope of mindfulness to the part of object of the meditation. The finally is we're very sure to keep with the ball of the objects. That means the concentration. So the mind is very fastly running every moment. How fast the mind is running according to Abhidhamma? At the lightning moment, thousands of millions, over thousands of millions, the moment running. That means the mind is running through thousands of millions of moments at the lightning moments. That's why it's very hard to control our mind actions. But slowly, slowly, we have to do that. Eventually, practice, we can control the mind. Don't worry about that. See, the Buddha said that the trained mind can bring the happiness. He said that we need to train our mind. We need to train our mind. The trained mind can bring the happiness. Because sometimes we feel unhappiness. We feel very sorrows or limitation, grief, extremely. See, when we feel something negative, so because why is it happen? Because we have not trained our mind. We have not trained our mind. If we don't train our mind is not stable, but shakable, running away. Unstability of the mind can bring the unhappiness. That's why here, when we practice meditations, so whatever feelings rise in our mind, we have to be mindful of it. Mindful of it, good or bad. Some feelings rising in body, some feeling rising in our mind, but only our mind has the quality to taste the sensation happening in our body and mind. So that's why I said that whatever feelings in rising in your body, please be mindful of it. Don't focus your mind on part of body where the feelings arises, but that the sensation, mere sensation happening in that part of body. That's very important. So don't forget there's three cases of feeling, three cases of sensations, of bad sensations, good sensations, and neutral sensation. Whatever sensation arises in our body, we have to be mindful. But actually, the purpose of the insight meditation is not to ease the soul's limitation, but also to attain the nirvana, to attain the supreme bliss. So, how to go to the nirvana stage? So, if we want to attain the nirvana, we have to attain the very beginning knowledge of the ancient. That means we have to go from the beginning stage of knowledge up to the mega and flat. The mega and flat can see the nirvana only. If we don't attain any mega and flat, we can see the nirvana. We cannot see the nirvana. That means we cannot feel any nirvana bliss. Nirvana bliss. So, see, the first knowledge of the insight meditation is discerning nama and rupa separately. So, when we practice sensation in your body, so finally you may know sensation is a feeling. Knowing sensations is a feeling, is a nama. Knowing sensations also feel a nama, or you may know that great pain, extremely pain in your body is a rupa. Knowing that pain is a nama. And this knowledge is called nama rupa prasthana. So to get that nama rupa prasthana, you need to focus your mind on that pain in your body. Which part of your body have the pain? You have to be know at that. Sometimes we feel very happiness, very peace, because the unpleasant feelings disappear. So, in that case, also we have to know that good feeling. We have to be aware of that good feeling. Feeling, good feeling, something like that. Sometimes we cannot decide as a good feeling or bad feeling. That means we already overcome the bad feeling or good feeling by the stronger the concentration. In that case, we have to know that it's a neutral feeling. Don't give up that. So that's when the Buddha says every state of the mind, every condition of the mind, every condition of the body, we have to be aware. We have to be aware. So that is so Vedananupassana. So I would like to continue a little bit Caittanupassana. As you know that the Caittanupassana, Caitta means the consciousness. or awareness. The awareness situation of the mind is data. So whatever data, whatever conditions of data we have to know. So especially the Buddha said that there are some the bad state of the data consciousness, which affect the hindrances of the mindfulness or hindrances of the insight knowledges. There are very greedy mind. They are very greedy minds, and then they are very the hatred mind, and their sleeping mind, their wandering mind, their delusion mind, something like that. Then whatever conditions of the mind rises, we have to know that. We have to know that. Sometimes the greedy minds may rises. We have to know that it's a greedy mind. And then that greedy mind immediately disappear. So in the world, I see that there are lots of conflict happening between the two families and two countries, something like that, because of the greedy mind and hatred mind and delusion mind. That's why you don't get peace between two countries, peace between two families, peace between two people, two persons, peace in our heart. We need to count our greedy mind. We need to remove our hatred mind. We need to, remove our deluded mind. How do we remove that? This is a very good question, I think. Mindfully, by mindfulness we have to remove it. By mindfulness. When greedy mind arises, we have to know it's a greedy, and then that greedy mind subsides, despair. And then very anger rises in our heart, and we're very angry. And then we have to know firstly, it's anger happening in our heart. It's anger. So, and then their anger is despair itself. Sometimes delusion. What is delusion? Delusion means we cannot decide the right or wrong. Sometimes it also happens in our daily life too. We cannot decide what is happening on mind. We have to be careful that this is a deluded mind. You have to know that it's a delusion, that, and then that delusion mind subject is despair, and then their great peace remains in our heart. So we can practice this everywhere, every places, every time. Whenever the bad conditions we meet, whenever bad conditions we meet, everywhere that conditions we face. That's very useful. That's very useful in not only in the daily life, that's useful to attain the nirvana. It's a very foundation. Very foundation. Sometimes when we take practice the meditation, we want to sleep. Sleeping mind arises, and then we have to know the sleeping mind, and that sleeping mind may despair itself. Because we are human beings. That's why every condition the mind happens in us and our heart. Every condition, good or bad. But our responsibility is to be aware of that. Every condition happening in our heart. So if we don't care, if we are not the mindful of it, see, we cannot control our mind. So if we don't control our mind, we will commit various cases of evil things, various cases of bad things, various cases of bad things. That's why that meditation is very helpful. Every person so to live very happy life in this world before we pass away. So very important. So in the Theta-Nupassana meditation, so we have to know all causal conditions of the data, consciousness of the awareness, greedy mind, hatred mind, deluded mind, and then sloth and torpor, and distractions. Distractions, that means the wandering mind, and some step or some doubt. Some doubtful mind, that means. Doubtful minds. Because these are the hindrances of the knowledges, the hindrances of the concentration, the hindrances of the mindfulness. If we have this bad consciousness of the mind, our mind is not mindful. Our mind cannot be concentrated. Our mind cannot be aware of everything. That's when the Buddha said, when the greedy mind, hatred mind, deluded mind arises in our heart, we can see everything right or wrong. We can decide it, right or wrong. That means we are very sure to commit the evil thing too. Because we don't know in our heart. We can decide it. What is it right, what is it wrong. Even we are facing with the right or facing with the wrong. So that's when the Buddha encourages us to control our mind, not to be clouded with that greedy mind, greed and hatred and delusion. This is the only way to remove the greed, hatred, delusion in our hearts. This is mindfulness practice. We have to develop our mindfulness. So based on that mindfulness, we can gain some concentration. The more we have a strong concentration, we may overcome every bad condition. So we can gain the good conditions. Finally, we can take the nirvana. So another thing that I would like to remind you is that when we take meditation, sometimes our minds are very concentrated and the very peace, and then we cannot see an object to focus our mind on. And in that case, you must know that peaceful situation of the mind is the object for the instant meditation. That means you focus your mind on that very peaceful state of mind, the concentrated mind. According to Buddha, every condition of the mind is the object of the insight meditation. Every conscience of the mind can be the object of the insight meditation. Whatever come in, don't give up. Everything must be mindful. Everything must be aware. So finally, I have to say some very important thing so I have no time. So where the mind arises usually in us, where at the moment of seeing, at the moment of hearing, at the moment of the smelling, at the moment of the eating, at the moment of the touching, at the moment of the thinking, the respective consciousness arises in our mind. No one can put the mind on us. No one. But we have external objects, we have internal basis. When the internal basis come in contact with the external objects, the respective consciousness arises. The respective consciousness arises. Not a powerful person come and put us, not like a Buddha or God or something like that, not a powerful person. But this is depend on the contact of the external objects and the internal base and external objects. Let me acknowledge this that when the eye come in contact with the visible form, the unconsciousness arises. So the rest are the same. The rest are the same. Thinking, when thinking is about when objects, so past objects, so present objects, and future objects. When we think about that we have our heart. When the heart come in contact with the objects, internal, external, or the present objects, thinking consciousness arises. So the rest are the same. The nose consciousness also like that. And then the ear consciousness also like that. The nose consciousness like that. The tongue consciousness also like that. The body consciousness also like that. Come in contact with their respective objects, their respective consciousness arising in our us. It's nature. It's a very nature. Nobody come and put it out. It's a happen naturally. It's a happen naturally. So, where the bad conditions of the mind and good conditions of the mind arising in our mind, when we take a look at something, the unconsciousness arises. So then, depend on our, the intentions, bad or good consciousness arises at the moment of seeing. That means when we take a look at the very beautiful objects, visible objects, if we like, so good feelings arises. Maybe love as a greedy mindset arises. If we don't like, and the hatred, so dislike something, the hatred, the anger arises. Sometimes we like or don't like, so we cannot decide that. And then very deluded mind, the conditions of deluded mind arises. So that's when the Buddha said that if we let our mind free, so a lot of bad things, bad conditions of minds may arises. So we also feel very, very sorry. Always. So that's why he encouraged us to control our mind, not to follow the time, not to follow the objects. When we see something, don't follow the objects. We practice, I'm seeing, just seeing. And then any sensations or any good or bad feelings doesn't rise, stop there. This is also a case of meditation. That's occasional meditation. When we follow that of visible objects, and if we don't like the bad sensations arising, if we like good sensations arises. So that's why the Buddha said that we have to train our mind not to follow the objects. So if we want to get peaceful mind in this very life, it's very life. So that's when I said that according to the Vedanta text, there are six cases of the consciousness. Eye consciousness arising at the scene, at the moment of scenes, ear consciousness arising at the hearing the sound, nose consciousness as a smelling something other, and the tongue consciousness arising at the moment of eating something food, good or bad, and the body consciousness arising at the touching the tangible objects, and the thinking consciousness arising at the thinking about something, past or future. We have only these six objects, six consciousness, no more. We don't have so much. That's when I met last week in the Sacramento. So I met a teacher, he's a psychology teacher. He asked me about that. How many minds in us? He asked me. I said only six according to Vedanta text. I said it control. So he said, how do you know that? So I said at ear, here that because we have external objects, we have the internal objects. We have only six internal base, so we have only six external objects. That's why we must have only